Hey, I'm Cameron McKenzie. I'm the editor-in-chief over at the serverside.com, and I want to talk to you a little bit about Git Revert. The Git Revert command is one of the most misunderstood commands. So I've got a little Git Revert example I want to show you that'll really drive home how the Git Revert command works. You can see I've got a Git Revert folder here, example subfolder, and I'm going to create a new Git repository in that example folder by issuing a git init command. You can see that .git folder. That's where all the Git goodness is. And now I need a couple of files and a couple of commits to make this interesting. So bear with me as I add a couple of files. I'm adding a file named alpha.html using the touch command, and then I'll do a git add to add that to the git index. And in the same line, I'm going to add a git commit that says it's the first git commit with one file. Okay, well, you might want to put this on double speed just for a couple of seconds because, well, I'm going to create 5 files, which means 5 touch commands and 5 commits. And so touch beta.html, git add and git commit, second git commit with 2 files, touch charlie.html, and then do the third git command, third git commit with 3 files. Okay, I'm almost done here. I'm going to touch devo.html, are we not men? That's going to be the fourth commit. I'm almost done here. It's all worth it, trust me. And I'm also going to show you how a reset works as well, and I think you'll find that very elucidatory. Okay, and so I guess we can add echo.html as well. And there we go. We've got 5 commits. Fifth git commit with, boom, 5 files. And if I do git ref log, well, you can see this history right here. And you can see that, well, let me see, we've got 2 commits with 2 files. There's the third commit right there with 3 files. The third commit was the commit where we added charlie.html. What do you think is going to happen if I do a git revert on that commit? That would be 3C7717. That is the third commit where there were 3 files. So this is a good question because a lot of people think, well, if I'm going to revert back to this commit here where there were 3 files, well, that should remove all the files except devo and echo, right? Because that third commit added Charlie, and then there was a fourth and fifth commit that added devo and echo. So a lot of people think the revert will take you back. Well, some people think before Charlie was created, right? Because you're reverting to that commit. Other people think maybe it'll take you back to the point where Charlie was created, so you lose devo and echo. And then other people think, and they think correctly, that doing this revert is going to remove only charlie.html. And look what happens. Boom. Well, the boom is an incorrectly spelled commit, but a little up and a 777 there, lucky sevens. Okay, all of a sudden we do that commit. You can see I typed in the number correctly this time. It now says removing charlie.html. And it says it's going to do this, but it's going to wait until your editor completes. And so I can close my editor here. It says, okay, we have removed that charlie.html file, but look, echo, devo, beta, and alpha are all there. So a lot of people think that a revert will reset your entire workspace back to the point at which you reverted, which means a lot of people would have thought that echo and devo would have both been deleted when I reverted back to that third commit. But you'll see that is not what happens. And you can see because that Charlie file is gone, and it's the only one that's gone. Here's another thing that I think is kind of interesting as well. You'll notice over here that we actually got a brand new commit. That commit wasn't there before. So when you do a git revert, the git revert is actually going to create a brand new commit with that resource removed. Whatever you want to undo, it's undone, and there's a new commit with that state. Now, by the way, that commit over here is still in your history. So if you actually wanted to go back and get the resources that are in that commit, it doesn't revert or undo the change permanently from the repo. It only reverts to your current working tree, and or what you could say is the head of the current branch. So those are some interesting things that you can do with Git Revert. Now, one thing I do want to mention to people is that people really confuse Git Revert with Git Reset. And so let's say somebody said, no, 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 I don't want to just undo that one file, part of that third commit. I want to actually get the entire state of my work tree back to the state that it was when that commit here, 3C77717 happened. To do that, you would do git reset, and you do a hard reset, and you specify 3C77717. Now look what happened. Boom! All of a sudden, all of the files that were created after that third commit are now gone, and you've actually been taken back to the point where that third commit happened. And so the reset is different from revert. Revert only takes out what was part of that commit, right? Our third commit created that file Charlie. When we reverted that commit, only the Charlie file was removed. However, when we do a reset and we say, hey, reset back to the point where we were immediately after that commit that added Charlie, the hard reset removes everything from our local workspace after that Charlie. And again, git ref log, you can see, yeah, when that third commit here has 3 files in it, and so if we reset to 3C77717, we're left with 1, 2, 3 files. And so there you go. That's a little Git Revert tutorial to show you how the Git Revert command works, and also to contrast that command against reset, and especially Git Reset Hard, because those two commands people really tend to confuse with each other. If you want to pull out just the things that happened in a given commit, that's a revert. If you actually want to take the state of your workspace or your working tree back to the point it was when a particular commit happened, that is git reset. And if you want to do it in your working tree as well, a git reset hard. And there you go. That's everything you need to know about the Git Revert command. If you enjoyed that tutorial, why don't you head over to theserverside.com. I'm the editor-in-chief over there. We got lots of great tutorials on Git, GitHub, DevOps tools, and cloud native development. If you're interested in my personal antics, you can always follow me on Twitter at CameronMCNZ. And hey, subscribe on the YouTube.